The medieval church was incredibly powerful and influential, but it also had a dark side. Here's a look at some of the troubling ways it used its power. 1. The Inquisition and persecution of non-believers. To keep everyone in line with its teachings, the church started the Inquisition, a series of investigations to root out people who they believed weren't following church rules. People accused of having different beliefs, called heretics, were put on trial, tortured to get confessions, and sometimes burned alive. These trials created fear and were often unfair, with many innocent people getting caught up. 2. Selling forgiveness, indulgences. The church began charging people money for indulgences, or forgiveness for sins. This practice promised that paying money would help someone or their loved ones get to heaven faster. It allowed wealthy people to buy their way out of punishment, creating a system where the rich could feel secure in their sins while the poor couldn't afford such privileges. This corruption eventually led to a big revolt called the Protestant Reformation. 3. Political manipulation and war. Church leaders were involved in politics as much as in religion. They supported or opposed kings, influenced who got to rule, and even had their own armies. The Crusades, military campaigns to capture the Holy Land, were called holy wars, but often led to brutal fighting and suffering on both sides. 4. The church's vast wealth and luxury. Despite preaching about humility and charity, the church accumulated incredible wealth. Churches and monasteries became centers of luxury, with lands, taxes, and donations pouring in. Some church leaders lived in luxury, which clashed with the teachings they were supposed to follow about helping the poor. 5. The witch hunts. The church fueled fear of witches, mostly women accused of practicing harmful magic. If someone was accused, they were often tortured to confess and then punished severely, sometimes burned at the stake. The church's encouragement of this fear helped them control people, especially those with unusual beliefs. 6. Holding back science and new ideas. The church controlled education and decided which ideas were acceptable. Scientific ideas that didn't fit with church beliefs were banned or ignored, like theories about the universe that challenged their view. This control meant that people had to be very careful with what they studied or taught. 7. Using excommunication to control leaders. Excommunication was when the church cut someone off from church activities and forgiveness, which people feared because it meant they might not get to heaven. The church used this as a tool to make kings and leaders follow their rules. Sometimes, they even banned entire regions from attending church services until their rulers obeyed. Join us next time on Histo Faith, as we share more stories of courage, wisdom, and faith. Until then, remember that the legends of history still speak to us today, guiding us towards a better future. This is the end of this episode. If you have not subscribe, like, comment, and share, because you may not see me again, and we are increasing every day.